Little cloud. This is Brother Raj with Victory 180. The Bible says in 1 Kings chapter 18 and verse 44, "And at the seventh time he said, Behold, a little cloud like a man's hand is rising up from the sea. And he said, Go up and say to Ahab, Prepare your chariot and go down, lest the rain stop you." The nation of Israel, under the leadership of King Ahab, had turned their back on the living God and began to worship the false god Baal. The people considered that Baal was a rain god. God punished the people of Israel by withholding rainfall for 3.5 years because he wanted to show them that Baal was false, powerless, and cannot provide rain. At the end of 3.5 years, Elijah instructed King Ahab to come to the top of Mount Carmel with the entire nation of Israel and also all the false prophets and priests of Baal. There, Elijah built an altar and said, "The God who answers by fire and consumes the offering is the living God." The prophets of Baal tried all day, calling upon Baal to answer. There was no answer. And then Elijah prayed a short prayer, just 16 words. And God heard that prayer and sent fire supernaturally from heaven that came down, burnt the offering, the wood, the stones with which that altar was constructed, along with the water that Elijah poured on top of the offering. It was an incredible manifestation of power by the living God, and the people said, "The Lord is God." Immediately, Elijah began to pray. He prayed 7 times, asking God to send rain so that the famine will stop in the nation. Each time he sent his servant to check if there was any rain cloud activity over the sea. After the seventh prayer, the servant came back and said, "There's a small cloud, the size of a man's hand." And that's all Elijah needed. He declared to Ahab, "I hear the sound of the abundance of rain." Today, you may be believing God for a miracle, a financial breakthrough, or a miracle in your home. Don't give up. God gives these small signs of hope. Hold on. Don't be moved by the lapse of time. Persistent prayer and persistent faith will bring God's abundant answer in your life today.